Tonight's game is sponsored by one of the
The 2026 Strasburg Express are on the air from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. It is the 2026 Strasburg Express and the Woodstock River Bandits. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutschall. Glad to be with you here tonight as we get ready for a North Division matchup with just a few games left in the regular season. As the 16-15 Strasburg Express play host to the 12-18 Woodstock River Bandits. Luke Parson gets the start tonight for the Express. Parson enters play tonight with an 0-3 record and ERA of 12.94. He'll look to get on track here tonight against the River Bandits, who are coming off of a mercy rule win last night at home against the Front Royal Cardinals. The lineup Woodstock will send to the plate tonight, leading off and playing shortstop, it's Connor Worth. Batting second is the third baseman, Austin Ford. Abby Delgado will bat third and play first. Cleanup man tonight is the left fielder, Gio Hernandez. Batting fifth is Lucas Bottolato, the DH. Batting sixth is the second baseman, Bryant Green. Batting seventh, Camden Lockhart, the right fielder. Batting eighth is Max Ream, the catcher. And batting ninth and playing center, it's Kamari Chisholm Jr. Leighton Bilderback will be on the mound tonight for the River Bandits. Strasburg coming off of their second consecutive win last night. They were able to take down the North Division leading Winchester Royals. Strasburg got 7 innings out of Tomoki Jitsukawa, and then Colton Starling went the final 2 for the Express. So Strasburg, all of a sudden, they're tied for second place in the North Division, and they're tied for the third best record in the Valley League, as up and down as the season has gone, but that has been the case for most teams. So Strasburg will look to win their third in a row tonight. Woodstock needing every win they can get as we get close to the playoffs. They are on the outside looking in, and this game here, opportunity for Strasburg to win the season series against the River Bandits. First pitch of the game is swung on and missed at 6:03, and we're underway. Connor Worth, the batter for the River Bandits. Worth out of James Madison University. He was a Valley League All-Star. He enters play hitting .281. That pitch is in there for a strike from Parson, and the count is 0-2. These are two of the best teams in the Valley League when it comes to offense. Both are at the top, pretty much first and second for the best batting average in the Valley League. 0-2, swing and a miss. And Parson, 3 pitches and a strikeout. Luke is a 6'1" righty out of Anderson University, hails from Tampa, Florida. 1 up, 1 down on 3 pitches. And now here's Austin Ford, the third baseman. Ford out of Averett University. 6'2" right-hander, 185 pounds. Ford hitting .218 on the season. Parson from the stretch, and that is popped up, and that will get out of play. Dimensions here at First Bank Park, it's a hitter's paradise, 300 feet down the left and right field lines, 365 to center. There is some wind in the area, some dark overcast clouds beyond us to our right, and we had some pretty good gusts of wind pregame, about 20-25 minutes before first pitch, but things have quieted down a little bit now. Parson in an 0-1 count to Austin Ford here in the top of the first. Righty delivers. That misses. Defense tonight for Strasburg in the outfield, McGowan in left, Douglas in center, Green in right. In the infield, Ruby at third, Kerwin at short, Kohlmeyer at second, Waldrop at first, and Schaefer doing the catching tonight for the Express. 1-1, and the pitch, swing and a miss. Pulled the string on him, 1-2. Again, the River Bandits have some work to do to get into the postseason. 6 games below 500, but really it's a challenge. It's been a challenge this year for anybody in the Valley League to be over 500. Only a couple of teams are. 1-2, fouled straight back. And the count holds at 1-2. Strasburg with a home game tonight, off tomorrow and Tuesday, at Purcellville Wednesday, back here for Front Royal Thursday, at Winchester Friday, and then back here to end the regular season Saturday of next week against the Newmarket Rebels. So getting down to the end in some big games, as the division is very close. 1-2. Swing and a foul into the net. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Talked about Woodstock last night. They were in a pretty close game against Front Royal. The Cardinals are down to about 7 pitchers on their roster, and they have, I believe, 1 bench player, so they are getting thin, and Woodstock led them 5-1 or so throughout most of the game, but the 8th inning turned into a big mess for Front Royal. 1-2 to Austin Ford, and a breaking ball fouled back. The Cardinals got the hit by pitch. Akitis started hitting Woodstock. There were actually 3 in a row at one point. The Cardinals then brought in a position player. He hit a man and then gave up a quote-unquote walk-off grand slam in the 8th inning to Lucas Badalato, who missed the cycle by a single. In the same inning, he had a double. He stretched a single into a double, and then he hit the walk-off grand slam, so close to a cycle. 1-2 is a nubber into left center field, coming in and not making the catch. McGowan can't get there, and it'll be a 1-out single for the River Bandits here in the top of the first. The ball was not hit hard at all, but in the right spot. McGowan, not a great jump out there in left field. So a 1-out single for the River Bandits, and it brings up Abby Delgado, the first baseman.
Now batting the first baseman from Jacksonville, number 9, Abby Delgado.
Again, these two teams have been, at this point of the year, you look at the league leaders, and they're at the top when it comes to hitting, which is a little bit surprising. The pitch. That misses, ball 1. Strasburg now the top team in the league at average at .273, 25 home runs. Just for context, last year Strasburg hit 60 home runs. This year they have 25. 1-0 to Delgado. The pitch is high, and for some reason the throw was not made down to second. I don't know if there wasn't anybody covering the bag, but poor job early on the defensive side there for the Express, giving Austin Ford a free 90 feet. So just like that, a man in scoring position with 1 out for Delgado. Abby out of Jacksonville University, 2-0. Line drive into left center, and the River Bandits have the lead. Ball all the way to the wall, and Delgado into second with a double. 1-0 River Bandits as Parson allows a run here in the first inning. Ball was stung.
Left fielder from Florida Gulf Coast, number 10, Giovanni Hernandez.
And typically that will happen. You fall behind in the count, especially 2-0. You groove a fastball, and good hitters aren't going to miss it. So 1-0 River Bandits. Here's Gio Hernandez, the left fielder. Hernandez out of Florida Gulf Coast, out of Coral Springs. 6'2" righty, 205 pounds. First pitch from Parson. Grounded foul. Woodstock 4th in the league in batting average at .266. On the pitching side, River Bandits ranked 7th with a team ERA of 6.03. Strasburg moving up to 10th, ERA of 6.25. After allowing just 1 run last night to the Winchester Royals. 0-1 coming up to the cleanup man, Hernandez. Swing and a miss, 0-2. An interesting stat, Woodstock is very good when it comes to caught stealings. They are, when it comes to sometimes, walking the leadoff man, giving up a base hit, they're able to throw out the man trying to steal and erase the base runner. 0-2, popped him up into shallow left. Kerwin backing up, now being called off by McGowan, who makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. So 2 outs now for Woodstock here in the top of the first, and it brings up Lucas Badalato, the DH.
DH number 21 from Gulf Coast State, Lucas Badalato.
Again, Badalato was 4 for 5 last night with 2 doubles, a triple, and a grand slam. So you got to be careful here with him. You don't want to make a mistake and potentially be down 3-0 here on a home run. Bottolato from Gulf Coast State, 6'3" righty from Port Orange, Florida. The pitch. Breaking ball's high, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Parson delivers. And that'll catch the inside corner. Pitcher's pitch there from Parson, 1-1. River Bandits with their green uniforms on tonight. Kind of remind you of the Miami Hurricanes. 1-1. And a fister to the right side. That'll be caught by Wadrup. And that will do it in the first, but not before Woodstock scores a run on 2 hits. RBI double by Abby Delgado. River Bandits 1, Strasburg 0. We go to the bottom of the first. Right-hander Leighton Bilderback on the mound for the River Bandits, and we'll tell you about him right after this. Strasburg coming to bat for the first time tonight, and they will face the right-hander Leighton Bilderback. Bilderback out of Sewanee, University of the South, 6'4" right-hander, 220. And his first pitch to the leadoff man, Jay Douglas, misses to the backstop. For Bilderback, this is appearance number 11, his 6th start. He enters with an ERA of 4.68, record of 1-3. He's gone 25 innings, allowed 15 runs, 13 earned. He's walked 15. He struck out 17. 1-0. Douglas with a pop into center. Coming in Chisholm on the run, sliding and not getting there, and that could be trouble. Douglas around second, on his way to third. Chisholm is down, and there's a triple for Douglas. So a rare triple here at First Bank Park. The Express now have 3 after not having any for the first 30 games of the season. And Chisholm is down after the collision. Looks to be holding his hamstring area, maybe his quad. So I'm going to have a timeout here to go check on him to make sure he's okay. Trainer heading out, and also the head coach, Aaron Ford. And Chisholm is back up. Both guys out there, Chisholm and Lockhart, were going for the baseball. It was a tweener into right center field, and neither could get there. So checking on Chisholm. Rest of the lineup tonight for Strasburg. Batting second is Tommy Kerwin, the shortstop. Batting third and playing right's Ben Green. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Marshall McGowan. Batting fifth is Brian Trujillo, the DH. Batting sixth, the catcher, Silas Schaefer. Batting 7th, the first baseman, Tanner Waldrop. Batting 8th, J.W. Kohlmeyer, the second baseman. And batting 9th, the third baseman, Dante Ruby. We'll step away and be back after this injury timeout. All right, the injury timeout is over. Chisholm appears to be okay as he will stay in the game. So a leadoff triple. I don't think anyone had that on their bingo card here tonight. And now Tommy Kerwin will bat with a man at third and nobody out. Again, the ball was not hit all that hard, but it found the right spot. Pitch to Kerwin is down low, ball one. Tommy Kerwin's had a nice summer. 6-foot left-hander out of Wofford. Kerwin enters play tonight hitting .325, and he takes ball two on a close pitch, 2-0 now. Woodstock playing the third baseman, Ford, even with the bag, maybe a foot in, try to cut down the runner at the plate. 2-0 line down the right field line, foul. That had potential for another double, maybe even a triple in that corner down there, but it goes foul. Kerwin was all over that pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Strasburg is a team, as I mentioned, hitting .273 on the year. They have 25 home runs. That is hit down the left field line and dropping fast and fair. Extra bases for Kerwin as he will tie the game. And he will stop at second with a double. Opposite field double for Tommy Kerwin, and it's 1-1 here in the first.
Now batting the right fielder from UNC Asheville, number 11, Ben Green.
Back-to-back extra base hits for the Express. Triple for Douglas, double for Kerwin as the left fielder Hernandez was playing well off the line. So he's at second now, and here's Ben Green, the right fielder. Green, another big night last night. He's a 6-foot righty from UNC Asheville. He's hitting .425 through 12 games. A nice mid-season addition for the Express. He has a home run, 9 runs driven in. The pitch. That's up and in, ball one. Defense tonight for Woodstock in the outfield. Hernandez in left, Chisholm in center, Lockhart in right. In the infield, Ford at the hot corner, Worth at short, Green at second, Delgado over at first, and Ream behind the plate. 1-0 to Ben Green. That's a little bit up and away. Now 2-0, and Bilderback having trouble here early. Falling behind men. Hitters count for the right-hander from UNC Asheville. Hands held high. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nice night for baseball. Again, temperature's very respectable today. Some breeze in the area. Inside, Green has to get out of the way. 3-1 now. Now Marshall McGowan, the left fielder and the cleanup man on deck. He has been hot as of late. He's been the extra base hit machine. Now a hitter's count for Green. You got to think he'll be looking for a fastball he can try to drive to the pull side. And nothing to do there as that pitch is way off the plate for ball 4. So Green draws the walk. And the Express now with men on first and second and nobody out.
From Western Carolina University, number 22, Marshall McGowan. So
McGowan steps in. Marshall, 6'2" right-hander, 235 from Western Carolina University. McGowan hitting .325. He has 8 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs, and 19 runs driven in. And a great spot to do some damage here against Bilderback. Breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. This will be the last time these two teams play in the regular season. .01. Fouled straight back. And Bilderback gets ahead here, 0-2. Brian Trujillo, the DH, on deck for the Express. 0-2. Ground ball left side, could be 2. They're going to go to second for 1, back to first, not in time. The ball's thrown away, and the run's going to come in to score. Had a little bit of contact, it appeared, out there at second. And a bad throw from Green. So the run comes in to score on the ground ball, and it's 2-1 Strasburg.
Kentucky University, number 10, Brian Trujillo.
So McGowan will reach on a fielder's choice. There's also going to be an E4 in there, as Green is erased at second base. So no RBI on the play for McGowan. And Trujillo pops it up into right field. Playable for Lockhart, and he'll make the catch. 2 outs.
The catcher from Eastern Kentucky, number 16, Silas Schaefer.
No, see, it keeps putting that space in there. E4-3.
Pitch is in the dirt. Count is 2-0. Two balls, no strikes now to Silas Schaefer, the catcher. And he swings and breaks his bat, pop up into left. And called out there by Hernandez, and that'll do it here in the first. 2 runs for Strasburg. They now lead Woodstock 2-1 as we go to the second here on the Express Baseball Network.
Bryant Green.
Going to the top of the second, Woodstock trailing Strasburg 2-1, but they'll step to the plate here in the second inning and send up Bryant Green, Camden Lockhart, and Max Ream against the righty Luke Parson. First pitch is hit in the air to left center. It's crushed. Green looking up, and it is gone. Way out of here. So Parson surrenders the home run as Bryant Green hits one out of the ballpark here in Strasburg for Green. That is home run number 2. Came in hitting a .181.
The right fielder from Coker University, number 30, Camden Lockhart.
So just like that, we're tied back up. Brings up Camden Lockhart, the right fielder. Lockhart, a new member of the River Bandits, playing in his third game. He's 3 for 6. And he takes a little bit up and in, ball 1. Lockhart out of Coker University, 6'3" right-hander from Henrico, Virginia. 1-0 from Parson. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Well, with the way we've gotten started tonight, it looks like it's going to be a high-scoring affair. Do have a little movement out there, the flag blowing out to left center. 1-1. Grounded sharply to first, and Tanner Waldrop, who does a little catching, plays third, and tonight he's playing first, makes the snag and takes it to the bag for the first out of the inning. So another hard-hit ball for the River Bandits. Brings up Max Ream, the catcher.
Now batting the catcher from Wingate, number 24, Maximus Ream.
Max out of Wingate University, 5'11" righty, 195. Comes into play hitting 294, and he takes a ball, 1-0. Woodstock 3 hits already, Strasburg with 2. And ball 2 on a close pitch. Must have been a little bit up. Hitters count here for the Woodstock catcher. And he takes a strike. That was a pitcher's pitch. That looked to be a little bit down and away. But it's 2-1. Kamari Chisholm Jr., the center fielder who had that collision in the outfield in the first, he's on deck. Switch hitter. 2-1. And that is hit well into left center field. Backing Douglas up toward the wall. He leaps. It's off the top of the wall. And a one-out double for the catcher, Ream. And the River Bandits all over Parson early here as it brings the 9-hitter Chisholm to the plate.
Center fielder number 3, Kamari Chisholm Jr.
4 hits now. Chisholm, the batter for the River Bandits, hitting .250, 10 for 40, has a home run, 9 runs driven in. He takes a strike down the middle, 0-1. We've seen a ton of extra bases in this game so far. Woodstock, Delgado with a double, Green with a home run, Ream with a double for the Express, Douglas a triple, Kerwin a double. 0-1. Grounded sharply to Kerwin will field and throw to first in time. They get the second out of the inning. Moving to third on the play is Ream, and there are 2 outs. So 2 outs now, top of the lineup, Connor Worth. Worth struck out on 3 pitches his first time up. So he is batting back-to-back innings here, looking for a better result than the first. And he takes a strike. Parson getting ahead 0-1. Parson at now 22 pitches, 15 for strikes. 0-1. Popped him up, first base side. Waldrop giving it a look, but it'll go out of play. Off the top of the Woodstock dugout. And it's 0-2. So we'll see if Parson can put him away here, or if Worth can extend the at-bat, potentially get on base.
Please return all foul balls to the train station, and you can exchange them for a freeze pop.
0-2 the count. And that is popped up into right field, and that is going to be called out there on a diving play by Ben Green. A very white baseball popped up, but caught out there, and that will do it here in the top of the second. Strasburg coming to bat for the second time tonight. It's 2-2. Two to two our score as we go to the bottom of the second. Strasburg looking to get the lead back here. They'll send up 7, 8, 9. Waldrop, Kohlmeyer, Ruby. First pitch to Waldrop is a strike. It's 0-1. Tanner, 6'1" left-hander out of Auburn. He takes inside, nearly got a piece of him, 1-1. Waldrop hitting .228. Couple of doubles, 2 home runs, 8 runs driven in. Checked his swing. Did he go? No, he didn't, says the third base umpire. 2-1. Builder back allowing a couple of hits in that first inning. But then he locked in and got 3 consecutive outs. That's in there for a strike, 2-2. Builder back has faced Strasburg at least once this year. Here. 2-2, fouled away. See if I can dig through the archives here. So one night back on the 20th of June, he went an inning in relief. That was a Woodstock win. 2-2 to Waldrop. That's in the dirt, 3-2. Thought he started one as well. Yep, he started back on the 8th of June. He went 3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs. He walked 1, struck out 3. Popped him up. Center field, routine out there for the shortstop. Makes the catch, 1 out. 1 up, 1 down, and it brings up J.W. Kohlmeyer, the second baseman.
VMI, number 6, J.W. Kohlmeyer.
Kohlmeyer out of VMI. 5'10", righty, 170 from Bristow, Virginia. Kohlmeyer hitting .230. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball 0-1. Swing and a miss. Teams have been going after Kohlmeyer on that breaking ball away. He had trouble with it here the other night against Caleb Short. And this 0-2 breaking ball is behind Kohlmeyer to the backstop, 1-2. That one didn't break quite enough. One and two. Misses, 2-2. Missing again, this time on the fastball away, 3-2 to Kohlmeyer. Kohlmeyer will be followed by Dante Ruby, the third baseman from Keystone College. See if he goes back with the all-speed. He does, and swings and misses. That was down and off the plate and out of the zone, but Kohlmeyer couldn't lay off, and there are 2 outs here in the second.
Keystone College, number 1, Dante Ruby.
Brings up Ruby. There's that pitch he threw to Kohlmeyer, but down and away for a ball here, 1-0. And just missing, 2-0. Is outside, 3-0. Bilderback has thrown 28 pitches, just 10 of them for strikes. And he takes ball 4. Several pitches looking like potential strikes in that at-bat, but Ruby draws the walk, and back to the top of the lineup, Jay Douglas, who tripled and scored last inning in the first. Wind is blowing out to left center. Douglas has his average up to 233. He's been swinging it better as of late. Member of last year's championship team. Very small lead at first for Ruby. That's in the dirt. Gets away. Ruby holds it first. Again, I talked about it earlier. Woodstock is very good when it comes to throwing men out trying to steal. But on that one there, Ruby's got to have a better secondary lead and get to second, you would think. 1-0. And Douglas pops it up in the infield. Delgado will make the catch, and that will do it here in the second. No runs for Strasburg. 2-2 our score as we go to the third here on the Express Baseball Network.
Austin Ford.
We go to the top of the third in Strasburg as we've got ourselves a tied game. 2-2 the score. It'll be 2-3 for Austin Ford, Abby Delgado, and Gio Hernandez for the River Bandits against Luke Parson. And the first pitch is swung on and missed. Well, I'm looking out here in the air, in the sky, and it continues to get darker and hopefully going around us. Flag now moving a little bit toward right center, now back toward left center. 0-1, and that misses in the dirt, 1-1. Austin Ford with a bloop base hit back in the first inning. He then stole second and scored on the RBI double by Abby Delgado. At the time, it gave Woodstock a 1-0 lead. One misses, 2-1. Three and one. Other games around the league tonight. Charlottesville leading Harrisonburg 1-0 in the third. Purcellville's at Front Royal, no score there. Bottom of the first, Waynesboro leading Culpeper 2-0. Winchester and Newmarket will play at 7:30. Stanton and Covington will also play later tonight. 3-1 and fouled back. He gets in the zone. Now it's 3-2. North Division. Very close. Winchester leading the way at 19-12, 3 games up on Strasburg, who has the tiebreaker on Purcellville. Cannons are also 16-15. 3-2, and a swing and a miss. Came back and struck him out. And that's the first out of the third inning. Newmarket in the fourth and final playoff spot. They are under 500, but yet in the playoffs right now, 14-15. Fifth place is Woodstock at 12-18. They are 2.5 games out of the playoffs. Front Royal last at 11-19. They're only 3.5 games out of the playoffs. Cardinals are 11-19, and they're 7.5 games out of first. The pitch, and that misses, ball one. Strasburg has won 5 out of their last 10. Woodstock has won 6 out of their last 10. River Bandits still have the Rebels twice, including a continuation of a suspended game tomorrow night. That pitch is fouled off the pole and hit the other pole, but we didn't get 2 rings. Count is 1-1. Woodstock will be leading that game 2-0, starting the top of the second tomorrow against Newmarket. The way the Rebels are playing right now, they are not trending in the right direction, so they're going to be hoping they can hold on for dear life. 1-1. Breaking ball hit up the middle. It's going to be a tough play and no play as it's in the center. That is now the 5th hit of the night for the River Bandits as Abby Delgado's halfway to the cycle, a single and a double in his first 2 tries.
Left fielder number 10, Giovanni Hernandez.
And here's Gio Hernandez, the left fielder. He popped out to left his only time up. Hernandez from Florida Gulf Coast. Parsons sets at the belt. He is at 31 pitches, and that's inside, ball one. Again, last night, Tomoki Jitsukawa went 7 innings of 1-run ball for the Express, shutting down the top record in the North Division, Winchester. The pitch. Ground ball to third. It's going to be fielded by Ruby. They go to second for one. Kohlmeyer's relay to first, offline, and safe is the call. Not a great throw there from Kohlmeyer. So it'll be a fielder's choice. They get the second out, and it brings up Lucas Badalato here in the third.
DH number 21, Lucas Badalato.
So Badalato, who popped out to first, will get another chance. Again, he had a monster night last night, falling just a single shy of the cycle. Big lead at first. Got to think Parson will throw over. He doesn't, and it swung on and missed. 0-1. Parson is in the zone as far as throwing strikes. Swing and a miss. Nasty breaking ball falling off the plate. 0-2. Might see the runner try to take off here. He does not, and the pitch is fouled off. He goes with the fastball there inside, and fouling it off is Badalato. So we'll do it again at 0-2. Parsons sets and delivers. Fastball again, he spikes it in the dirt. Blocked nicely by the catcher Schaefer, 1-2. Gotta wonder, as good as that breaking ball was to make it 0-2 from Parson a couple pitches ago, go back to it. You saw Badalato, he was way out in front of it. Now you're giving him a couple fastballs and see what he goes to here. Fastball again, fouled back. One-two, runner goes, breaking ball, swing and a miss, throw to second. Shouldn't matter, as that'll do here in the inning. So a strikeout swinging for Badalato. As we go to the bottom of the third, Parson works through a scoreless inning. We'll return after this on the Express Baseball Network. Two-two as we go to the bottom of the third. Strasburg batting, and they will send up 2, 3, and 4. Tommy Kerwin, Ben Green, and Marshall McGowan against the righty Leighton Bilderback. That was just pitch number 31 for Bilderback. He's thrown just 10 for strikes. Kerwin with a RBI double in the first. He takes low, 2-0. Two-0 is a check swing grounder in the box, 2-1. Two-one, and that's a strike. Count is 2-2. Kerwin out of Wofford. The pitch from Bilderback is swung on and hit into left center field. That's going to split the gap. And into second base once again is Tommy Kerwin. Halfway to the double cycle. 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. And the Express have another extra base hit.
Right fielder number 11, Ben Green.
So a leadoff double for Kerwin, and here's Ben Green. He drew a walk back in the first inning. Looking for his first official plate appearance. And breaking ball in there. When I look at Green's swing, at least from this view, it almost reminds you of kind of like Jimmy Rollins. Hands held high. I don't know if Rollins held him as high. Runner going. The pitch is grounded to third and foul. So that could have turned into a disaster for the Express because Kerwin was on his way to third. The ball was hit toward the bag and Ford was moving that way. Instead, it turns into a foul ball and it's 0-2 to Green. Big lead at second for Kerwin, and the pitch is away. Green lays off, 1-2. Woodstock outfield, well, the right fielder pretty shallow out there in Lockhart. Center fielder pretty deep in Chisholm. 1-2. Swing and a foul tip held on to by the catcher. And a strikeout of Ben Green for the first out here in the third.
Left fielder number 22, Marshall McGowan.
Marshall McGowan will get a chance now. The cleanup man and left fielder tonight, grounded out, reached on a fielder's choice in the first. Run came in to score on the play due to a throwing error by the second baseman Green. McGowan looking for a fastball that he could try to launch here. Here's a throw back to second. It's into the outfield. And Kerwin is on his way to third. So it'll be a throwing error on the pitcher, Bilderback, as he tried to turn the quick spin and turn back to second on the pickoff. So Kerwin to third now. And that is the second Woodstock error of the night. And now line to shortstop. That'll bring in a run off the glove of the shortstop, and reaching first is McGowan. So that'll be an E6 on the shortstop, Worth, an RBI on the play for McGowan. And the Express take a 3-2 lead here in the third.
DH number 10, Brian Trujillo.
So errors on back-to-back plays for the River Bandits. It's a ball in the hole. It's hit hard, but Worth has to come up with it. And here's a swing and a pop up in the center. First pitch again by Trujillo. Coming in the left fielder and making the catch, Hernandez. There are 2 outs. So he swings first pitch. And the first, he flies out to right, and now he flies out to left. Second out in both the first and third innings.
The catcher, number 16, Silas Schaefer.
Here's Schaefer, and he swings and hits it into right field, playable for Lockhart, and that will do it here in the third. Strasburg reclaims the lead. They lead it 3-2. We're a third of the way through. And we'll see if Strasburg will bring Parson back to the mound or if they're making a move. It appears they're going to the bullpen, and we'll tell you about the new arm after this. First pitch swinging and hitting it into left center field. And flying out is Bryant Green, nearly hitting his second home run of the game, but it stays in. Caught by Douglas, and there's one out. New pitcher for Strasburg is the right-hander from Virginia Military Institute, Noah LaFine. LaFine, 5'11" righty from Uniontown, Ohio. He will relieve Luke Parson, who went the first three. And facing Camden Lockhart here, Lockhart hit a sharp grounder to first, but Waldrop made the play back in the second inning. Final line for Luke Parson. 3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. He didn't walk anybody, and he struck out 3. So now LaFine takes over here in the fourth with the Express leading the River Bandits 3-2. 0-1 the count to Lockhart, and that's way off the plate, 1-1. Got started tonight at 6:03 here on the 12th of July in 2026. One. That is fisted to second, and a leaping catch out there by Kohlmeyer as he makes the snag for the second out of the inning. So Lockhart was late on it, let it get in on him, and didn't get a whole lot on it.
Number 24, Maximus Green.
Here's Max Ream, the catcher, doubled into left center back in the second inning. Woodstock out hitting Strasburg at the moment, 5-3. That's in there for a strike, but granted, Woodstock also has committed 3 errors to this point. LaFine looks in for his sign. He works from the windup and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second. Kohlmeyer plays back on it a little bit. Doesn't get a whole lot on the throw, but enough to get there, and that will do it in the fourth. LaFine, 1-2-3, makes quick work of the River Bandits in the fourth inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Strasburg coming to bat, and they'll have 6, 7, and 8 when we return on the Express Baseball Network. Strasburg to bat for the fourth time tonight against the right-hander Leighton Bilderback, leading 3-2. It'll be Tanner Waldrop, J.W. Kohlmeyer, and Dante Ruby. Bilderback behind 1-0, now behind 2-0. He has now thrown 41 pitches, 16 for strikes. Yet he's only allowed 3 runs. Not all are earned, if any of them are earned, and only 3 hits. 2-0. Fouled back. Strasburg being pretty aggressive tonight. They're getting in hitters' counts and they're swinging away. Seen some chase out of the zone by some of these Strasburg hitters so far. 2-1. Grounded sharply foul down the first base line. Bounces into the corner. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty solid crowd even down the first base line, using the bleachers all the way down there. 2-2 is a fly ball down the left field line, but foul. It'll be 2-2 again to Tanner Waldrop out of Auburn. Popped out to short his only time up. Left-hander waits and swings and misses. So that is the first out of the inning, and it brings up J.W. Kohlmeyer, the second baseman.
Batter number 6, J.W. Kohlmeyer.
Well, if you're Kohlmeyer here, you got to be thinking they're going to go to that slider away. So if I'm him, you either got to look that way, or if you get a fastball, don't miss it. First pitch. There's the breaking ball. This one not competitive. It's in the dirt, 1-0. Kohlmeyer takes a strike. Down and away. And he hits it into right center. Playable out there for Lockhart as he hustles back, gets to its spot, and makes the catch. 2 outs here in the 4th. And Dante Ruby will step in.
Baseman, number 1, Dante Ruby.
Well, Strasburg's offense has not been all that impressive to this point tonight. Bilderback has looked good. Ruby takes a strike. Pretty much been the Kerwin and Douglas show with the 3 extra base hits. 0-1. Ruby takes off the plate, 1-1. Woodstock will have 9-1 and 2 due up in the top of the 5th. Ruby fouls it away, and Leighton Bilderback is a strike away or a pitch away from finishing his first 4 innings at just 51 pitches. That is low, so we'll have to go at least 1 more pitch. Doesn't look like any bullpen activity for the River Bandits. They typically let their starters go pretty deep into games. Two is high, 3-2. So now Bilderback in danger of walking his 3rd man tonight. And Ruby chops it foul. So we'll do it again. Dante out of Keystone College. Pitcher Bilderback out of the University of the South. 3-2, and that is grounded to first. Backhand snag by Delgado. He'll take it to the bag. And that will do it in the 4th. Strasburg goes quietly in the 4th. And we're on our way to the 5th. Low-scoring game. 3-2, Strasburg on top. We're back after this. We go to the top of the 5th. Noah LaFine back to the mound, facing 9-1 and 2 Chisholm, Worth, and Ford here in the Woodstock half of the inning. 1-1 the count to Chisholm, who grounded out to short his only time up. And takes a little bit off the plate. Close pitch there, 2-1. Chisholm has speed, so you don't want him to get on here to lead off the inning. And that's grounded right side. Going to be a tough play. Waldrop fields, throws, and not in time. An infield base hit for Chisholm. And he will indeed reach to lead off the 5th inning. That is hit number 6 for the River Bandits.
Shortstop, number 7, Connor Worth.
And now the top of the lineup, Connor Worth. He has struck out and popped out tonight. So LaFine will be looking for a ground ball here. Chisholm with a small lead at first. Pitches outside 1-0. Chisholm is 17 for 18 in the stolen base category, so LaFine better keep a close eye on him here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Worth going after it, couldn't connect. 1-1. Again, I've talked about it all year. Trying to hold runners has been a challenge for many teams, including the Express. LaFine peeks over there. Now you can see the lead widening for Chisholm. There he goes, jumping around. The pitch, showing bunt, pulling back and taking down the middle. I don't know what Worth was thinking there, 1-2. Unless he thought Chisholm was going on the pitch. Very well may have been supposed to, but he held up. One, two. That misses up and away. 2-2 now. Connor Worth, the shortstop from James Madison University down the road in Harrisonburg, hails from Virginia Beach. 6-foot righty, 195. There goes Chisholm jumping around again. 2-2 is swung on and hit in the air to center. Douglas will back up, still backing up, and he makes the catch at the wall. The ball is flying tonight. That did not look all that deep off the bat, but just kept on going. Deepest part of the park.
Third baseman, number 14, Austin Ford.
That ball is gone in Woodstock. The short porch there, 338, but not gone here. Not too many balls you can say aren't gone here, but that one is not. So 1 out now, and here's Austin Ford, the third baseman. He is 1 for 2, single, a stolen base, a run. In the first, he has also struck out. Runner goes, the pitch is outside, throw to second, and it is in time. They throw him out. Good throw from behind the plate by Schaefer, and a good job on the tag there. So it's a swing and a miss. The count's 0-1. And Chisholm is thrown out for just the second time this year. He's now 17 for 19. There are 2 outs for Ford and an 0-1 count. So the pitch, that's outside. Score at 2-6 on the caught stealing. One, 1. That's way outside. 2-1. Two, 1. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. LaFine looking to get through the top of the 5th. Austin Ford awaits and takes down and away, 3-2. Well, Ford can get on. Abby Delgado, who is already 2 for 2, will get a chance to hit. And that's grounded to third. Ruby waits on the short hop. Long throw across. And not able to pick it is Waldrop. That'll be a throwing error on the third baseman, Ruby. So a play that has to be made right there for the Express, and they can't do it. So the inning will continue. It's the first error the Express have committed, and I don't think they committed one last night.
First baseman.
Been a couple of games. And again, that one there, I mean, it's a long throw, but problem is Ruby was kind of backing up on it instead of charging it. So 2-out base runner for Austin Ford and the River Bandits. Here's Delgado. He takes a ball. Again, Abby is 2 for 2. Single, a double, and an RBI. A guy that you'd like to face with nobody on to start the next inning, typically. Swings and flies it to left, but foul.
Please return all foul balls to the train station. Thank you.
Strasburg entered play tonight with the third best fielding percentage in the league at .962. Woodstock just behind them at .958. 1 ball, 1 strike to the lefty Delgado from Jacksonville. That missed somewhere for a ball, apparently. 2-1. It's a good pitch there from LaFine, but did not get the call, so now Delgado ahead 2-1. And now he's hit by a pitch. So after the inning should have been over, now have first and second with 2 outs for Gio Hernandez. So Delgado now on for the 3rd time tonight in his first 3 tries. There is bullpen activity, it appears, for the River Bandits. At least some stretching, throwing going on, some loosening up. All right, Woodstock with a chance to tie or take the lead here. Pitch misses, ball 1. LaFine falling behind. One-0. Line to left, and that's going to be down for a base hit. Runner scores from second, an unearned run for the River Bandits, and it's 3-3 on the base hit by Gio Hernandez. So now the bases, men at first and second with 2 outs for Badalato, who is 0 for 3, a pop out and a strikeout. Time is called. We've got a visit to the mound, and we'll step away and be right back. All right, visit to the mound has concluded. Now Badalato with 2 on and 2 outs. 1 run across so far in the inning for Woodstock to tie it. He takes a strike as LaFine gets ahead on pitch number 21 of the outing, 9 for strikes. He was able to get a 1-2-3 4th inning on a fly out, a line out, and a ground out, but it has not been as easy here in the 5th, including an error that should have ended the inning. 1-1, misses up and away. It's now 1-1. Badalato, the DH tonight at a Gulf Coast State. And LaFine falls behind 2-1 now. Badalato entering play tonight, hitting .282. 24 for 85, 14 runs scored, 7 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, 19 runs driven in, and he's hit by a pitch. So now LaFine has just lost control of his pitches, And the bases are going to be loaded for Bryant Green, who's had 2 great swings tonight, including a home run.
Second baseman, number 27, Bryant Green.
Green, a home run in the second, nearly hit another one in the fourth. So this is not the guy you want to be getting to with the bases full. Just think back how big that caught stealing of Chisholm was. Or there'd still only be 1 out. All right, nowhere to put Green now if you're LaFine. First pitch misses high, and it's almost a spot where you nearly have to yank him out of the game mid-count. He's just lost the control completely. 1-0. That's popped foul and out of play. A ball and a strike. Green out of Thurmont, Maryland. That's right down the middle for a strike. 1-2 now. Strasburg will have 1, 2, 3 due up in the bottom of the 5th. They're hoping it'll still be 3-3. Bases full, 2 outs. Top of the 5th, 1-2 count here for the River Bandits. LaFine ready. And delivers. That misses, 2-2. Green entered play tonight hitting 181 with 1 home run and 17 runs driven in. And he's hit by a pitch. And just a ugly inning here for the Express and no LaFine. As a run is hit by, a man is hit by a pitch to bring in a run.
Right fielder, number 30, Camden Lockhart.
And now it's 4-3 Woodstock. Had him down 2 strikes and hit him. So a bases loaded RBI there for Green. Here's Lockhart. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a line out. 2 runs in the top of the 5th, all after the error by Ruby. So 2 unearned runs. Here's the first pitch. And that misses, ball 1. So a single, a caught stealing, a fly out, then an error, hit by pitch, RBI single, hit by pitch, and bases loaded, hit by pitch. Pitch is a strike, 1-1. The River Bandits have swung it well tonight, but they haven't had to in this 5th inning. Just tighten up your gear as much as you can and hope it doesn't hurt. 1-1. And that misses, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Lockhart can't connect. 2-2. 33 pitches for LaFine and 13 of those for strikes. So he's got him down 2 strikes again. Let's see if he can put him away and get Strasburg back in the dugout. 2-2 to Camden Lockhart, the right fielder. Swing and a miss. Lockhart helped him out. Pitch was off the plate, but he went after it. And that will finally do it here in the 5th. 2 unearned runs come across for the River Bandits, and they now lead it 4-3 as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
fielder number 12, Jay Douglas.
4-3 Woodstock as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Some changes for the River Bandits. Cam Lockhart is going to move over to center field. And checking into the game for Kamari Chisholm Jr. is Logan Duffy. First pitch misses to Jay Douglas. So Chisholm, who was banged up earlier, maybe didn't help with him sliding into second base trying to steal. So Duffy is into right. Lockhart moves to center. Here's Douglas grounding it to short. Routine play for Connor Worth, and he makes the play in time, 1 out. So Strasburg's bats have suddenly gone very cold.
Shortstop number 5, Tommy Kerwin.
They've been swinging it well as of late in the last few games, but nice job by Bilderback as he has gone through a 4 1/3 so far here in this one. Here's Tommy Kerwin. He's 2 for 2, 2 doubles, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. And he takes a little bit off the plate for ball 1. Just 55 pitches for Bilderback, but he's only thrown 24 of them for strikes. 1-0. That's low. And big thing there is Strasburg is getting in counts, and they're just not, they're either hitting it or they're getting out. 2-0 for Kerwin. He takes a strike down the middle, 2-1. 2-1 way outside to Kerwin, now 3-1. Woodstock 4 runs on 7 hits. They've committed 3 errors. Strasburg 3 runs on 3 hits. They have 1 error. And a base hit to right field past the diving second baseman Green. So Tommy Kerwin is 3 for 3 with a single and 2 doubles against Bilderback.
Right fielder number 11, Ben Green.
So the Express are thankful that Tommy Kerwin showed up to the ballpark tonight. The pitch to Green is away, ball 1. Four to 3 our score, last of the 5th. Green looking to get a hit tonight. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Check over to first by Bilderback, and Kerwin back in safely. Yes, 1-0 to Ben Green. That misses again, so now Bilderback laboring a little bit.
Logan Duffy's now in right field for the Bandits.
Hitters count for Green. See if he can get a fastball and jump on it. The ball's flying tonight. And he gets an off-speed pitch. It falls in for a strike, 2-1. Two one, breaking ball doesn't come all the way back, and it misses for ball 3. 3-1 to Green with Kerwin at first, 1 out, and McGowan waiting on deck. And a throw to first. Kerwin back in on the dive. Sunday night baseball here from Strasburg. For the Express, just 4 regular season games left here in 2026. 3-1, Kerwin goes. The pitch is inside for ball 4. So Green draws his second walk of the night. And the Express in business, first and second, 1 out for Marshall McGowan. And we've got a visit to the mound here. And that may be it for Bilderback. We'll see. And it is. So Bilderback will depart with 1 out here in the 5th. Woodstock going to the bullpen, going to a right-hander. And we'll tell you about the new hurler right after this. All right, opportunity here for Strasburg. First and second, one out in the bottom of the fifth, trailing Woodstock 4-3. Jake Palambizio is taking over for the River Bandits, 5'11" right-hander, and he will face Marshall McGowan. First pitch, McGowan shows bunt, takes a ball, and now a man is in a rundown. Going for third now is Kerwin, and he's going to get there safely. So Green was way off the base. I think he thought that Kerwin was taken off. So then Green drew the throw to first, and when that happened, Kerwin took off for third. So that'll go down as a stolen base for Tommy Kerwin, and he's at third with one out now. So first and third with a tying run over there. See if Green takes off. 1-0. And that is hit in the air to right center field. Pretty well struck. Backing the right fielder up, and it's gone. Marshall McGowan with a 3-run homer as he stays hot. And the Express now leads 6-4 here in the bottom of the fifth. For McGowan, that is home run number 3, RBIs number 20, 21, and 22.
The DH number 10, Brian Trujillo.
So a 3-run shot to give the Express the lead right back here in the fifth. All right, here's Trujillo, who has swung at the first pitch now 3 times. He has seen 3 pitches and flown out 3 times. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth.
The catcher, number 16, Silas Schaefer.
Numbers for Palambito coming into the game tonight. I do apologize, maybe mispronouncing that there. Excuse me, Palambizio. 3rd appearance, ERA of 6. He has gone 3 innings, 4 hits. That pitch misses. Palambizio. Couple of runs. He's walked 4 and struck out 3. 1-0 the count to Silas Schaefer. And that's in the dirt, 2-0 now. Six to 4 Strasburg here in the bottom of the 5th inning, thanks to a 3-run shot by Marshall McGowan. 2-0 the count to Schaefer, the catcher. That's high, 3-0. So the runs will be charged to Bilderback. His line is complete. 4 1/3, 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned. He walked 2 and struck out 3. 3-0 to Schaefer, misses for ball 4. So Silas draws the 2-out walk, and the line continues to move here in the 5th. Here's Tanner Waldrop, the first baseman. Waldrop has popped out and struck out tonight. So after 2 in the top of the inning for Woodstock, Strasburg responds with 3 of their own, their first home run of the game. So now they've officially hit for the cycle tonight. A bunch of doubles, a triple, and then a home run, and some singles. The pitch. Ground ball right side. That's going to be picked up by the second baseman, Green. He will toss to first in time. Delgado gets to the bag, and that will do it. So that will end the inning. 3 runs across for the Express, and they now lead it 6 to 4 as we move to the 6th inning. Top of the 6th we go. Strasburg leading 6 to 4. Michael Blackman, the second, will take over. And the first pitch nearly hitting the catcher, Max Ream. Hits a ball 1-0. Ream has doubled and grounded out tonight. He's 1 for 2. Third pitcher of the night for the Express is Blackman the second out of Southern University from Fort Washington, Maryland. Now 2-0 the count. Final line for Noah LaFine for the Express. He gives 2 innings, 2 hits. He gives up 2 runs, but none of them were earned. Didn't walk anybody. Did hit multiple guys. Struck out 1. 2-0. And hit by pitch. So none of those pitches were really even close, and a hit by pitch of the 8-hitter here to lead off the inning. It's been a much too common theme tonight for Strasburg pitching. It brings up Logan Duffy for the first time.
Now batting number 16, Logan Duffy.
Looks like Blackman, he's just opening up way too early. You can see he is just not staying closed. You can't throw strikes if you're opening up. So Duffy batting for the first time. He came in for the injured Kamari Chisholm Jr. Duffy hit a grand slam here one time this year. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He's out of Louisiana Monroe. 6'1 lefty, 205. He's hitting .307. 5 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 15 runs driven in. 0-1 from Blackman the second. Swing and a miss. So back-to-back swings at pitches out of the zone, but good pitches from Michael. 0-2. Top of the lineup to follow, and Connor Worth and Austin Ford. Oh-2. That's high. 1-2. Woodstock with runs in the first and the second. Single runs, and then 2 runs in the fifth. One, two, just misses. A little bit off the plate. 2-2. Try to stay away from Duffy. He likes to hit the ball pull side. You don't want him to get one in that he can drive over the fence. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Duffy down on strikes for the first out here in the top of the 6th inning. So a great comeback there from Blackman the second as he punches Duffy's ticket.
Number 7, Connor Worth.
And with 1 out, the top of the order, the shortstop Connor Worth will step in. He's 0 for 3. Fly out, a pop out, and a strikeout. Michael deals. Ground ball left side. Kerwin will go to second. They will not get an out there as it brings the second baseman off the bag. It'll be a fielder's choice. And the 2 men on. So first and second now, 1 out. And here's a swing and a drive into left field. McGowan came in. Now he's going back. The man at second forgot how many outs there were. They're going to throw to second. Kohlmeyer better hurry. Here comes the runner back to the base. And it's a double play. Score it 7-4. And that will do it here in the top of the 6th. So a crazy way to end the inning. Strasburg coming to bat, leading 6-4. J.W. Kohlmeyer leads off for Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Again, going back to that play in the top of the 6th, a base running blunder by Max Ream, the catcher. He forgot how many outs there were, so he was on his way to third, and all Strasburg had to do was make the catch in left, fire into second, and eventually the ball got there and the tag was made on the base. So costly there for the River Bandits to end the inning. 2-0 the count to J.W. Kohlmeyer to start the bottom of the 6th. Now 3-0 to Kohlmeyer, who has struck out and flown out tonight. 3-0. J.W. probably taking all the way here, and that's in there for a strike on the inner part. We'll get to some history in the 7th inning on this day, July 12th in baseball history. Probably a lot of all-star stuff to talk about. Try to find some other things as well. 3-1, and that's low for ball 4. The dreaded leadoff walk will start the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting third baseman, number 1, Dante Ruby.
So Palombizio walks the leadoff man. And here's Dante Ruby trying to get a hit here tonight, 0-for-1 with a walk in the 2nd and a ground out to first in the 4th. It was pretty sharply hit. Kohlmeyer might go. He's a good base runner. He does. Throw to second, not in time, and JW has another stolen base. It's tough to run on the River Bandits, but Kohlmeyer did right there. And for JW, he is now... Let me check my numbers here. He is now 16 for 17 in the stolen base department. So 1-0 the count to Ruby. Keeping an eye on the runner at second, the pitch. That's high. Apparently, the first pitch was a called strike. Catcher was standing up, but okay, it's 1-1. Kohlmeyer with a big lead at second. You don't want to get picked off there. And he fouls it back. Might have got a piece of the catcher. Umpire's going to give him a second. I'll go back and watch for myself here. Typically when the catcher's standing up out of the crouch on a stolen base, you don't see many called strikes. Again, hello to everyone joining us tonight on YouTube and Facebook. Kyle Gutshaw with you from First Bank Park in Strasburg, bottom of the 6th. Strasburg leading Woodstock 6-4. Count is 1-2 to Dante Ruby. Here's a back pick to second. Close play, but Kohlmeyer in safely. Green with a shock base. He thought he was out. But that was not the call. One, two to Ruby. Inside, and that hit him. Could hear it from up here. So in a 1-2 count, Ruby is hit by a pitch.
12, Jay Douglas.
Excuse me, a 2-2. Ruby hit by a pitch. So now first and second, nobody out for Douglas. May see a square around here. Douglas has tripled, popped out, and grounded out tonight. If Jay's going to try to bunt one here, may see it down the third base line and not too hard. He does show bunt, pulls back and takes a ball. It's 1-0. You had the first baseman, Delgado, coming in. Second baseman, Green, having to cover at first. Now we've got a visit to the mound here by the pitching coach, Kellen Hoover. Palombizio has thrown 16 pitches and just 3 of them for strikes. So a visit to the mound. We'll step away and be right back. All right, visit to the mound is over. 1-0 count to Jay Douglas, who was showing bunt, pulled back and took a ball. The count is 1-0. Douglas again pulls back and takes a ball, 2-0. So 2-0 as Palombizio's trying to find the strike zone. And Douglas trying to give himself up. He has shown bunt 3 times now and missed again, 3-0. Do you dare leave the bunt sign on here? I don't think you can. I think if you're Douglas, you take a pitch. If it's a strike, then consider maybe bunting 3-1, maybe, but I'm not a fan of ever bunting in a three ball count. 3-0 to Douglas. And here's a back pick throw to second. It's into the outfield, and Kohlmeyer's going to third. Here's the throw. It's offline. And a throwing error by the pitcher on a pickoff attempt, the second of the night for Woodstock on a back pick at second. So Kohlmeyer moves to third on the E1, and Ruby holds it first. Count is still 3-0 to Douglas. If you want to be really aggressive here, you squeeze and bring home the run and a 3-0 count. But no need as that ball is low, ball 4. And the bases are loaded with
Shortstop, number 5, Tommy Kerwin.
nobody out for Tommy Kerwin. We've got a visit to the mound. It'll be a pitching change, and we'll tell you about the new hurler after this. All right, new pitcher for Woodstock is number 22, Sean Harrison, 6'5" lefty from Fairmont University, and he will face Tommy Kerwin, who's 3 for 3, 2 doubles, a single, 3 runs scored, an RBI, and a stolen base. And he swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. So Harrison is the third pitcher of the night for the River Bandits. Kohlmeyer at third, Ruby at second, Douglas at first, with Strasburg leading 6-4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 0-1. Breaking ball. Oh my, called a strike, 0-2. Pitch was in the dirt. And it was a cross up on top of it. So Kerwin gets a dirt ball called on him for a strike, 0-2. Catcher had to pick the ball up off the ground. 0-2 to Kerwin. And a ground ball to short. It's going to take a weird hop. They go to second for one, back to first, not in time. It'll be an RBI for Kerwin on the ground out. And Strasburg adds to their lead. It is 7-4.
Right fielder, number 11.
So Douglas is out on the fielder's choice. At second, it's first and third now with one out for Ben Green, who has walked, struck out, and walked with a run scored. So if you're Strasburg, you got to get at least one more here after having the bases full and nobody out. The pitch inside. Green has to get his knees out of the way. Nearly hit there. 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Sean Harrison, the lefty, on the mound. That's a called strike, 1-1. One to Ben Green. Runner goes. He got a big jump. It's a ball and no throw to second. So it'll be a stolen base for Tommy Kerwin. And the Express have men at second and third now with one out. Woodstock will go infield in here, you would think. With runners on tonight, the Express are just 2 for 12. That's fouled back. And it's now 2-2. Numbers on the season for the left-hander Sean Harrison. He had thrown just one inning to this point, and he had 2 strikeouts. Had allowed nothing else to cross on him. 2-2 with the infield in. And Green stays alive as he fouls it back, and it comes ricocheting back to the plate. Again, 2-2 coming up to Ben Green. And a foul back. Catcher couldn't hold on to it. The battle will continue. So far, a run here in the inning for Strasburg. They've scored in back-to-back innings against the Woodstock bullpen. Third pitcher of the night for the River Bandits. After the starter, Bilderback, went 4 1/3. 2-2. And a breaking ball, a little bit off the plate. Good pitch there from Hansen. 3-2. Excuse me, from Harrison. My apologies. Full count with Marshall McGowan, the left fielder, waiting on deck. And that's inside, ball 4, and McGowan will bat with the bases full here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Green has walked for the third time tonight.
Marshall McGowan.
McGowan is 1 for 3. Hit a 3-run homer to give the Express the lead in the bottom of the 5th. He hit it to right center. Don't need a home run here. A base hit would be just as good, really. The pitch from Harrison. Misses, ball 1. Continues to be a breezy evening at the ballpark. Temperature dropping as we speak. Middle infielders are playing back. First baseman playing well in. Third baseman even with the bag at third. 1-0. And a breaking ball in and for a strike. 1-1. Again, the Express without Sam Brown again tonight. He was injured here a couple of days ago on a slide at home. Seems to be feeling better. Got out to the cage today, took some hacks, so he's hoping to get back for the Express in the near future. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Tipped it into the glove. 1-2. 7-4 our score. Bottom of the 6th inning. Woodstock needing wins at this juncture of the season at 12-18. The Express with a chance to win the season series here tonight. 1-2 to Marshall McGowan. And a ground ball to third. They're going to get the play. No, they're going to go to second with it, and the run's going to score. So some indecisiveness over there at third by Ford. And a run scores to make it 8-4. Instead of tagging third and going to first with it, he came up and went to second, and they couldn't get McGowan at first. So it'll be a ground out there, a fielder's choice, and an RBI for McGowan. As Ruby scored on the play, and erased at second is Green. So first and third now, 2 outs for Brian Trujillo, who has swung at 3 pitches tonight. He has seen 3 and swung at 3, but he takes ball 1 here, 1-0. Trujillo out of Eastern Kentucky University, 5'10" righty from Huntington Beach, California. 1-0 from the left-hander. Swing and a foul tip. Some big swings by the Express here in this inning. Again, Strasburg with runners on tonight, just 2 for 13. That's a 154 average. And with runners in scoring position, just 2 for 7. 1-1. Fouled back. And it's 1-2. Woodstock will have 2, 3, 4 due up in the top of the 7th inning. Have to assume Michael Blackman, the second, will be coming back out for another inning unless we find out different, which is very possible. And McGowan trying to get in a run down now. They're going to try to steal a run. Here comes the run. The play at the plate. He is out. So Strasburg trying to be creative there, trying to steal a run with 2 strikes. And a good play by the pitcher, throwing it home and getting the out. So that will do it here in the the bottom of the 6th. Strasburg leads 8-4 as we go to the top of the 7th inning.
on for Bandits first baseman, number 9, Happy Delgado.
We go to the top of the 7th. Strasburg leading Woodstock 8-4. It'll be 2-3-4, heart of the lineup. Excuse me, it'll be 3-4-5, Delgado, Hernandez, Badalato. And the pitch misses. Delgado has been on 3 times, single, a double, an RBI, and a hit by pitch. 1-0 from Blackman. Swing and a high pop-up in the shallow right. Coming in is Green, and he makes the catch. With the wind moving around out there for the first out. So 1 up, 1 down. Here comes Gio Hernandez, the left fielder.
Left fielder, number 10, Giovanni Hernandez.
Final line for Palombizio. He lasts just 2/3 of an inning for the River Bandits. Only allows 1 hit, but gives up 3 runs. They were all earned. He walked 3. Didn't strike anybody out. Sean Harrison came in with the bases loaded, got the 3 outs. Pitch from Blackman misses. All right, get to some history here in the 7th inning on this day, July 12th. First one will be coming from 1900, the year 1900. After this 1-0 pitch from Blackman the second to Gio Hernandez. And that's low. Today in 1900, Frank Noodles Hahn of Cincinnati twirls a 4-0 no-hitter over Philadelphia. The Reds lefty gives up 5 walks, but he struck out 7, including the first 2 batters in the 9th. 2-0 is a little bit inside 3-0. The 3 balls, no strikes to Gio Hernandez. And not close. It's in the dirt, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk, and the River Bandits have a 1-out base runner for Lucas Badalato, the DH.
Now batting number 21, Lucas Badalato.
Today in 1911, in the first inning of a 9-0 win over the Athletics in Detroit, Ty Cobb walked, then on consecutive pitches stole second and third. Then he stole home off left-hander Harry Krause. Pretty good lead at first for Hernandez. The pitch not close again, in the dirt and away, 1-0. Today in 1921, Babe Ruth hits his 137th career home run, passing 19th century star Roger Connors' record of 136. 1-0, runner goes. Pitch is low, throw to second, not in time, off the glove and into the outfield. So it'll be a stolen base and an E2 on the catcher, Schaefer, and again, walk, turns into a double, and now a triple. So that is the 3rd error tonight for Strasburg. 2-0. Inside 3-0. Three balls, no strikes with Bryant Green waiting on deck. That's down the middle for a strike, 3-1. Grounded sharply to third, picked up on the backhand by Ruby. His long throw is in time. Nice play over there by Dante Ruby. That was barreled up on the ground. The second out of the inning, and the runner has to hold at third. So now brings up Bryant Green, the second baseman, who homered in the second, flew out sharply to left center in the 4th, and was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, picked up an RBI in the 5th. And he swings and hits a fly ball to left center. Douglas has a beat, and he will make the catch. Blackman, the second, works through another scoreless inning of work. And it's time for us to stretch here on this Sunday night from Strasburg. Strasburg leading 8-4. We'll return after this on the Express Baseball Network. Going to the bottom of the 7th from Strasburg, expressly the River Bandits 8-4. And it'll be Brian Trujillo, the DH, followed by Silas Schaefer, the catcher, and Tanner Waldrop, the first baseman, against the new right-hander Neil Kroom, the third. And Neil's first pitch is a called strike, 0-1. Kroom out of John Melvin Christian, 6'1" righty, 185 from Pensacola, Florida. 0-1 to Trujillo. Swing and a miss. Numbers on the year for Kroom. This is his 15th outing. He has a 1-1 record, an ERA of 7.17. He has walked 21 and struck out 19 over 21 in the third innings. Oh, 2 fouled back, and we'll do it again at no balls, 2 strikes. Look at some more history as we navigate through this bottom of the 7th inning. Oh, 2 fouled back again. Today in 1945, the Cubs stopped Tommy Holmes' modern-day National League record hitting streak at 37 games, beating the Braves 6-1. That skips. 2-2. Here's an interesting one. Today in 1949, the Major League owners agreed to install warning tracks made of cinder in front of outfield fences prior to the start of the 1950 season. Ball and 2 strikes here to Brian Trujillo. He's 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts, all to the left side. Swing and a miss. Got him to go after a breaking ball, and there's 1 out here in the 7th.
The catcher, number 16, Silas Schaefer.
Here's Silas Schaefer. He's 0 for 2. Couple of flyouts and a walk back in the 5th. Schaefer takes a strike. Today in 1955 at Milwaukee's County Stadium, Stan Musial comes to bat in the bottom of the 12th of a 5-5 deadlock. Catcher Yogi Berra complains about his feet hurting and tells Musial, "Don't worry, I'll have you home in a minute." Then he hit a game-winning home run on the next pitch. Swing and a line drive down the left field line, foul. Oh, 2 to Silas Schaefer. Kroom deals. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the 7th for the River Bandits. Neil Kroom the 3rd.
First baseman, number 20, Tanner Waldrop.
Tanner Waldrop 0 for 3. A pop out, a ground out, and a strikeout will step in. Swing and a miss. Today in 1970, in the 2nd inning of an eventual 7-3 win over the Orioles, the Tigers laid down a record-tying 3 sacrifice bunts in 1 inning. Today in 1975, in a 10-4 loss to Texas, Louis Tiant hits and flies out. Tiant, the first Boston pitcher to hit since the DH was put into effect in 1973. 0-1 misses a little bit off the plate. One in there for a strike, 1-2. Today in 1989, Ron Guidry retired from baseball during his 14-year career with the Yankees. Louisiana Lightning compound a 170-91 record with a 3.29 ERA. Ron Guidry of the Yankees. 1-2 to Waldrop, and that is swung on and missed. And a strikeout the side inning for Kroom the 2nd. Heck of an inning there. And that will, from Neil Kroom the 3rd, my apologies. That will do it here in the 7th as he strikes out the side. We go to the 8th. Strasburg up 8-4.
Lockhart.
So Godwin takes over on the mound. Luke out of Anderson University. 5'11" righty from Greenwood, South Carolina. And his first pitch to Cam Lockhart. Misses for a ball, 1-0. It'll be Lockhart, Ream, and Duffy due up here in the top of the 8th for the River Bandits. 1-0. And that misses. Excuse me, that's a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Lockhart. And breaking ball misses way high, 2-1. Numbers on the year for Godwin. This is his 10th appearance. He has 1 start, 2-0 record with an ERA of 3.57. He has struck out 24 over 17 2/3. Here's a ground ball to second, a worm burner to Kohlmeyer. He will gobble up, throw to first in time, and there's 1 out here in the Woodstock half of the 8th inning. 1 up, 1 down. Here comes Max Ream, the catcher.
Now batting the catcher, number 24, Max Ream.
He doubled in the second, grounded out in the 4th, was hit by a pitch in the 6th, and then he was caught napping out there at second. He was doubled up on a fly ball by Connor Worth. Facing Godwin here, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Luke gets ahead 0-1. Oh, 1. Foul ball. Count is 0-2. Couple more history notes. Tonight in 2010, slugger David Ortiz won the All-Star Game Home Run Derby at Angel Stadium. Defeated Hanley Ramirez. 0-2, and Godwin deals. It's fouled back on an emergency swing from Ream. To the count. He works from the wind and deals, and that is grounded to short. Kerwin charges and has it eat him up. So that'll be another error for Strasburg. 4th error of the night. So Strasburg's defense has not been all that pretty tonight. And a 1-out base runner for the River Bandits. Brings up Logan Duffy, who came in for the injured Kamari Chisholm Jr. He struck out swinging his only time up. Facing Godwin for the first time tonight. And that's in there for a strike. Today in 2015, here's a pretty neat one. The United States team wins the Futures game 10-1 over the World team. Catcher Kyle Schwarber was named winner of the Larry Doby Award as the game's MVP after hitting a 2-run triple in the 3rd. Josh Bell added a 2-run homer in the 4th. The game was played at Great American Ballpark on this day, July 12th, 11 years ago, 2015, when Kyle Schwarber was a catcher. 0-1, another check to first. Back in safely. One grounded to first, fielded and off the glove of the first baseman Waldrop, and the runner's going to go for 3rd. No, he's going to go back to 2nd now and reaching safely. So a base hit there for Duffy on a sharp grounder to 1st. And the River Bandits have some
Number 7, Connor.
traffic on the bases here. 1st and 2nd now with 1 out for the top of the lineup, Connor Worth. This is the 8th hit of the night for the River Bandits. Both teams with 4 errors. And Worth trying to get off the schneid here, 0 for 4. 8-4 game, 1 out, top of the 8th. Luke Godwin on the mound. That misses. Here's a back pick to 1st, not in time. 1-0. That's in there on the outside, 1-1. Final history note on this day 1 year ago, 2025, Byron Buxton hit for the cycle and leading Minnesota to a 12-4 win over Pittsburgh on his own bobblehead day at Target Field. That's history on this day, July 12th. 1-1 from Godwin. He misses, 2-1. You've got Austin Ford, the two-hitter in the lineup on deck, and then Delgado Hernandez to follow. Check swing. Did he go? And home plate umpire says yes. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Woodstock threatening here in the top of the 8th inning. Luke Godwin out of Anderson University against Connor Worth from James Madison University. 2-2. And the breaking ball misses. Luke just doesn't have that breaking ball tonight. 3-2. Oh, walk here or a base runner would load him up and bring the tying run to the plate. Ground out to start the inning, then an error, a base hit, and a swing and a miss, strikeout for the second out of the inning. Big punch out there from Luke Godwin.
The batter, number 14, Austin Ford.
So Austin Ford is going to step in here. Ford strikeout, a base hit with a run scored. He also has a stolen base. Fly out. And he'll bat here with 2 outs. Again, Godwin can't find it on the breaking ball. 1-0. Last matchup of the regular season for these county rivals, Woodstock and Strasburg. One-0. Fouled back, 1-1. Score update around the league. Front Royal leading Purcellville 5-3 in the bottom of the 4th. Winchester leading Newmarket 3-1 in the top of the 4th, and Waynesboro leading Culpeper 6-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Woodstock definitely cheering for Winchester to beat Newmarket tonight. 1-1. That's down and away, 2-1. And Front Royal leading with that 5-3 score. Looks like Poopy Ricketts got the start on the mound for the Cannons tonight. The left-hander donning the number 69 on his jersey. 2-1. Swing and a pop-up out of play. And the count is 2-2. So Godwin a pitch away from getting out of this here. Strasburg will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of the 8th inning. As they look to hold off Woodstock here. Again, the River Bandits trying to win this game tonight to split the season series at 3-3. 2-2 from Godwin. And a fastball a little bit off the plate according to the home plate umpire. 3-2, and now you have to wonder, what will the baseball gods do now? We've seen them be not so friendly after close strike threes with 2 outs sometimes. Runners will be on the move here. On the pitch. The pitch to Ford. Swing and a foul back. If Ford can get on, Abby Delgado will get a chance, and he's already singled and doubled tonight. Duffy at first, and Ream at second for the River Bandits here in the top of the 8th inning. Payoff pitch, and that misses for ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Woodstock with 2 outs for Abby Delgado. So Delgado with one swing has a chance to nod this game up. And Phil Betterly coming out, and that looks like that's going to be it for Godwin. So he's getting the hook here. And the Express going to the bullpen again. We'll tell you about the new hurler after this. All right, big spot here. New pitcher Jaden White will come in here in a save situation with 2 outs and the bases full. His first pitch is fouled back by Abby Delgado. That was a fastball up and out of the zone, but it's 0-1. So Jaden will take over here with Strasburg going all in to try to finish this thing. White, his 12th appearance, a 1-1 record, a 1.93 ERA, 14 innings, 19 strikeouts. 0-1 is hit into left center. McGowan is there and makes the catch. And White gets the out to end the inning. Strasburg holds on to their 8-4 lead as we go to the last of the 8th. We'll return after this on the Express Baseball Network. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Strasburg leading 8-4. It'll be 8, 9, and 1. Kohlmeyer, Ruby, and Douglas against the right-hander Neil Kroom III, who struck out the side in order in the previous inning. So Kohlmeyer is going to look to change that here. And the first pitch in there for a strike. Well, we've seen Kroom pitch against the Express a couple of times this year. He's shown some positive moments at times, but kind of been inconsistent. But so far tonight, he has been lights out. 12 strikes out of 14 pitches. 0-1. Swing and a miss on a ball that skipped in front of the plate. 0-2. Kroom with a little smile on his face after that. He has the Express in a trick box right now. Got to think he'll go all speed here again. 0-2. And he does. Little floater up there in the top of the zone, and Kohlmeyer tipped it into the glove. So another strikeout. 4 strikeouts for Kroom, and he's faced just the 4 men. Here's Ruby. It's getting to the point now where can the Express put the ball in play? Not can they get a hit, but can they put it in play? Ruby's been on twice. Ground out, a walk, and a hit by pitch. He swings and pops it up. Into right field. Can of corn for Duffy, who makes the catch. 2 outs. So a ball has finally been put in play. Here's Jay Douglas batting for the 5th time tonight.
Batter number 12, Jay Douglas.
Woodstock still out hitting Strasburg 8-5. Both teams matching themselves in the error column, 4-4. Now Douglas trying to get on again. He has the triple back in the 1st. And that one skips and comes up here to us. It's ball 1. River Bandits will have 4, 5, and 6 due up in the 9th inning. Hernandez, Bottolato, and Green, who have all been on at some point tonight. 1-0. That's low. Similar to one we saw a couple innings ago, but this one, ball 2. That called a strike. Two-one from Neil Kroom III. Is a check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Douglas can't believe it. Douglas not happy there. His first base umpire says he went around. So now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs in the last of the 8th. Kroom looking for 5 punch outs through 2 innings of work. 2-2. Swing and a miss. 5 punch outs for Neil Kroom III. And that will do it in the 8th. We're through 8 and going to the 9th. Strasburg will look to close it down. It'll be Jaden White when we return on the Express Baseball Network. 8-4 Strasburg Express over the Woodstock River Bandits as we go to the top of the ninth. Jaden White, who entered in a save situation with the bases full and 2 outs last inning, will come in and come back to the mound and try to finish it. Hernandez, Bottolato, and Green will bat 4-5-6. First pitch misses 1-0. Second pitch down the chute for a strike. Hernandez has singled. He has walked, brought in a run on the RBI. He's also reached on a fielder's choice and popped out to left. 1-1 as White works from the stretch. And a nasty breaking ball, but it's low, 2-1. White is a 5'11" righty from Georgia Southern University out of Pembroke, Georgia. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss. White has 3 saves on the campaign, tied with Colton Starling for the season or for the team high. Two balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff man and the cleanup man here, Hernandez. Ground ball left side. That'll be off the glove of Ruby and into the outfield. And a leadoff single to start the top of the ninth for the River Bandits. That is now their 9th hit of the night.
The DH, number 21, Lucas Bottolato.
And it brings Lucas Bottolato to the plate. He is 0 for 3. He was hit by a pitch back in the 5th. So Woodstock gets the leadoff man on. And White has to get back to work here and not let that get him worked up. Check to first, back in safely is Hernandez. Fouled back. Oh, 1. And that misses. 1-1. Two and 1 on a close pitch. That's a strike, 2-2. Two from White. Swing and a foul tip held onto by the catcher as the bat goes flying, and a strikeout for the first out of the 9th inning there for Jaden White. Bottolato was swinging it hard there. Thankful for the netting.
Number 27, Bryant Green.
And here's Bryant Green. He has homered, flown out twice, and been hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. 10 pitches for White through 2/3. Check that now. Yes, 2/3 of an inning. Here's a strike down the middle, 0-1. Reminder that Strasburg is off the next 2 days. Meanwhile, Woodstock will have the continuation game with Newmarket tomorrow night. That's down the middle, strike 2. They will be leading 2-0 in the top of the 2nd inning against the Rebels when that game gets started. White ahead 0-2 against the lefty Bryant Green. And White steps off. Grabs a little rosin. Oh, 2. And changeup misses down and in, 1-2. Set in the pitch. Fly ball into center. That's going to be caught by Kerwin on the run. The shortstop sprinting out into shallow center field. That's a tough play right there for Tommy Kerwin. That could have easily dropped and been a base hit. Instead, it's the second out of the inning.
Camden Lockhart.
And Camden Lockhart, the Woodstock center fielder, the final hope here for the River Bandits in the top of the ninth. The pitch. That's high, ball one. White looking for save number 4 as White calls time to tie his shoe. Strasburg, an opportunity here to win their 3rd consecutive game, which would be one of the first times, if not the first time, that has happened all season. 1-0. That's low, 2-0. Swing and a miss. Tardy hack there from Lockhart, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Swing and a line drive into right. It's a base hit, and the game not over yet as Lockhart singles and has his first hit of the night. And we are not through yet, as Max Ream, the catcher, will bat for the 5th time. He has doubled, grounded out, been hit by a pitch, and reached on an error. So White having to work for this one here. Now 10 hits for Woodstock, so they're doubling up Strasburg in the hit column. 8-4, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. White sets and deals, fouled straight back, and again the Express a couple strikes away from winning this thing. White telling his catcher, hey, think about that runner out there at second. You got to be careful with the signs. I don't want them finding out that I'm throwing my heater. White will come set. The 0-1. That's low, 1-1. Missing high, 2-1. White having some trouble here in this inning. Popped up, but that's going to get out of play. And the Express, again, a strike away from winning the season series in their 3rd straight. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Pitcher Jaden White, the hitter Max Ream. White sets and delivers, and that is popped up foul. Ream going after that breaking ball and staying alive. And we'll go at least one more pitch here. Woodstock a run in the 1st, a run in the 2nd, 2 in the 5th. For Strasburg, 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 3 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. 2-2. Swing and a pop-up in the infield. Kerwin under it, Kohlmeyer under it. He will make the call and make the catch, and the Express have won their 3rd consecutive game and up their record to 2 games above 500 at 17-15 on the season. Jaden White locks down his 4th save of the year. Noah Lafine picks up his 3rd win of the year. He's now 3-0. The loss goes to Palumzio, the Woodstock right-hander who came in after Bilderback. Time of the game tonight, 2 hours and 55 minutes. And again, a big win for the Express as they inch closer to locking up a playoff spot, improving to 17 and 15. Woodstock falls tonight. Their season record now 12 and 19. Strasburg was led at the plate by Marshall McGowan, a 3-run home run in the 5th inning. Tommy Kerwin, 3 hits tonight, had a couple of RBIs. And the final line score in this one, Strasburg 8 runs, 5 hits, 4 errors, and Woodstock 4 runs, 10 hits, 4 errors. Strasburg's off again until Wednesday. They'll be at Purcellville, back here Thursday against Front Royal as the regular season winds down here in 2026. Strasburg with a little bit of momentum here as we inch closer to the postseason. We'll see what they can do as we get toward the end of the season here in 2026. We want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight. Sunday night baseball from Strasburg. The Express knock off the River Bandits and win the season series. They win it 4 games to 2. And Strasburg has now won 3 in a row, and they're 17 and 15. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Enjoy a few days off for those River Bandits fans out there. Tune in to Craig Orndorff for the call tomorrow night for the continuation of the Newmarket game that was suspended from last week as the River Bandits lead that game 2-0 going to the top of the 2nd. Again, LaFine the winner. He's 3-0. The loser, Palomzidio, he is 0-1, and the save goes to Jaden White. Thank you for joining us. This is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2026 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League.